Hello and welcome back to Something for the Crazies. I have gotten the Crystal Creations pack. So I have Carrie Chesler here, and she's going to be the sim that I basically test the pack with to see what's what. Um, I actually got the game like the day after it was released, and it's just taking me forever to go ahead and edit this video. So apologies for my delay. I'm sure you've had plenty of goodies to watch in the meantime, but nevertheless, it's finally here. So this video has been edited down from like an hour. So yeah, I think we're at I think it's under 20 minutes now. So it's gonna go quick. But this first part is really just me going through all of the new hairstyles, clothes, shoes, and some of the accessories in this new pack. Technically, there's about 85 different CAS items and I want to say about 20 build and buy items. But unfortunately, the CAS items, majority of those are locked behind, playing through the jewelry, career, hobby, skill, whatever you want to call it. So, anyway, you can't get everything until you play through the pack because there's no cheat to unlock them yet. But I'm sure one will be coming soon. So, anyway, Carrie, all I did was change one of her outfits. I didn't want to bother going through and making a new outfit for each category. So just to get the game started, um, I only made one outfit for her. And Carrie is one of the Sims that I had made when the skin detail for Vitiligo came out. So I definitely want to keep that feature. I think she's a beautiful sim. So anyway, also I made her a spellcaster, and this is where I get into my own personal rant because I am 100% annoyed at the fact that EA has just made The Sims 4 into a money grab because there's no reason why, like we had in Sims 3, Sims 3 Supernaturals came with vampires, witches, fairies, zombies, werewolves, and there was all kinds of other stuff going on in that Supernatural pack for Sims 3. So for me, I would have preferred to pay, of course, $39.99 and got at the very least witches, vampires, and werewolves into one pack. And that would have been $40 instead of $60. But I also feel like packs like Paranormal, um, this one, Crystal Creations, and even the Spooky Stuff pack. I feel like all of that should have came in a Supernaturals expansion pack instead of just selling us a bunch of one-off things. But instead of $90, they would have only got the $40. So, of course, they wanted the 90 instead of the 40. And here we are with all these individual packs that all work so well together because they belong together. It is so annoying. But anyway, so where are we? Yeah, I just wanted to vent that brief annoyance. And then getting back to the skin details, I forgot about her having a tattoo. But getting back to the skin details, you can see that you can overlay like stretch marks and, other body tags, body details over the vitiligo. Some things work with others, but not everything does. So she couldn't have the vitiligo and a birthmark in the same area, if that makes sense. So anyway. So yeah, I didn't change her name. I just made her a spellcaster and then went into CAS to update her look. One look. I am eventually gonna go back into CAS and give her crystal creation, wardrobe for all of the categories. Once she unlocks a little bit more of the jewelry. I'm sorry you hurt your elbow, baby. You need me to kiss it in your face? Is that better? Okay. You're welcome, sweetie. But anyways, so I decided that I was going to build a tiny house so she could learn the skill quicker and so the plants could grow faster, and just because I like building tiny houses for some reason. So anyway, I call this one the Tiny Supernatural, and I'm gonna try to speed through this. I know I was really indecisive. I had already built the shell, because I felt like that would take the most time, but I was wrong. That is not what took the most time. But anyway, so I guess I started with the bedroom and moved to the bathroom. So I limited the packs to the supernatural packs. So I don't have the spooky stuff pack, but I do have Realm of Magic, Vampires and Werewolves, as well as Paranormal, and now Crystal Creation. So I'm considering that a supernatural pack because of the items that are available, like the moon, stars, charging crystals. You can use it for skill gain and other stuff, perks that you get from doing magic, basically. But anyway, I know that I ended up putting the refrigerator in the bedroom, and I put the refrigerator in the bedroom because it's a tiny house. I couldn't make like a legit pantry, but I wanted other Sims to not have access to the refrigerator because I am tired of Sims coming over, starting to make cakes, and then not actually making a cake. But the only good thing about that is that it's free. So once they come in and take something out of the refrigerator, if you want to finish cooking it, they've already paid for it. So it's free, but nobody really wants or needs 15 or 20 cakes. So it's annoying. I did also use the base game for some things. I think ultimately the thing that I was most annoyed about is the windows. Here I am putting a refrigerator in the bedroom. The thing that I'm most annoyed about is the windows. And that's just because I honestly don't really like any of the windows in the supernatural packs. The ones from Realm of Magic are all too big and they have those funky shapes. Then the vampire ones were too big or too small. And then the werewolves ones look more run down. But then, of course, none of the color swatches were the same. So, but isn't that the case with The Sims in general? Even if it had all been from the same pack, the color swatches wouldn't have necessarily went together. And then I had to figure out where I was gonna put furniture, and it was annoying. I didn't really need a TV. I feel like my Sims never like sit down and watch TV like they did in older packs, but I do like for them to have that option when they need to do something fun. But there's a table. And I'm saying that even though I'm not like 100% sure. I forgot about that pop up for the skill. Not 100% sure if the audio is going to match up with that. But I guess we'll see. We'll find out. What am I? 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the second part of the recording? Let us see. It might line up. And if it doesn't, then I'm just talking about something and you will eventually see it, or you have already seen it. So this was the setup for the game. I wanted, like I said, I wanted the tiny house to have her gain the skill quicker. I really didn't want the house to be green, but like the color on the inside, that green wallpaper, I wanted something more on the blue side, but then I didn't feel like going and changing everything else. So, love the one you're with was my thing. And the table, I hated that dining room table, but all of the other ones were too big. I feel like I could have found like maybe a base game table to use, but nevertheless, I really should have just did a table and a chair because she is one sim, and I really don't plan on her being too social. But Nancy Landgrab is her bestie in this save, and Nancy is very needy. Like Nancy is like very clingy in this save. She calls every day, several times a day, inviting us out, inviting us over, asking if she can come over. Very needy. But ultimately, I know that I like the way that the build came out for the most part. Um, I do want to build more tiny houses, but I also want or need to start building more micro houses. But 32 tiles is tough. Like, it's super tough. And another thing that I'm randomly annoyed about with this pack is the fact that the bookcase, like, they just released Book Nook. Not like just like yesterday, but just within the last 6 months. Released Book Nook. Was it 6 months? Don't quote me on that. It feels like it was 3 months ago. But nevertheless, they released Book Nook, a kit. So it was supposed to be all things book. Build a library, get cozy with your books, all that good stuff. So why does now this Crystal Creations pack come with a bookcase that has a rolling ladder on it? Like, why couldn't that be a part of the Book Nook pack? Like, what the French? Who thought that made sense? And then why wouldn't it just be unlocked so it can just be in base game if they weren't gonna go back and update the Booknick pack? That's ridiculous. But anyway, ooh, you made me some strawberry. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Mama is hungry. Not a real strawberry, but I appreciate the thought behind it. But anyway, I am probably gonna go ahead and stop talking and just let you watch the rest of this video if you so choose to do so. I do remember that I like abruptly stopped recording, so my bad. But it is called Tiny Supernatural. My sim for this challenge, is not a challenge. I will not record another part of this. I'm so sorry if I was giving off that vibe. The sim that I'm using to play this pack is Carrie Chesler. Thank you so much, sweetie. You got me chicken too. You're the best. My baby is only 3 and she's already putting together 24-piece puzzles by herself. So, and she's cooking her mom dinner. I mean, come on. What more could you ask for from your transitioning child from toddler to full-blown child? I don't even have to use a cake to age her up. There's no cheats in real life. But anyway, I do know that I abruptly end recording. And I did that because... Why did I do that? I think I was going to add some more money or something. And then I ended up adding like a bunch of stuff. So if you want to go and find the build is ready for you. I know I did add a bunch of debug stuff. Debug necklaces, debug jewelry. I'll just say it broadly. I added a lot of debug jewelry. I did add some of those crystal seeds, as well as like a gemology book and some other stuff that you may or may not need for the build. So thank you so much.